Welcome to the show with Joe. I'm Joe. This is just me ranting. About Hertz rental car real quick because I'm pissed by this still. Um, so I had to go somewhere for work, and I didn't know when I'd be leaving because it was a project. And if you know what a project is, you never know how long a project could take. So I got a rental car originally with budget, and I booked through the airline, which was fine, and it was for 2 weeks. But I needed another rental car because the project wasn't done in 2 weeks. And so budget, very friendly. I actually only booked for one day, and they put me in for 2 weeks, which was great. So I get my 2 weeks up, and mind you, where I have to go is an hour from the airport. And there was no budget in. So I figured in my head then, not budget in, budget rental by the hotel. And there was a Hertz by the hotel. So I figured to myself, okay, well, I'm just going to suck it up. I'm going to drive to the airport an hour. I'll get a rental car with Hertz. And then with Hertz, I'll drive back. And then I can just renew at the place close to where my project was at that Hertz. Not so easy. So I drive this rental car to the airport. And I get to Hertz, and I called ahead of time. This is the part that you should know. I didn't just like go in and just hope for a car. I called ahead of time, and I was like, hey, I have a rental car. That's my situation with another company. I'm going to go to you guys, get a car, and rent from there. Okay, fine. So I get there. Budget takes my car. Not a problem. Charge me what they said they would. I go to Hertz, to the front desk, and I explain my situation, and this lady was not having it from the start. And I was like, hey, I called a little bit ago, just looking to rent a car. She goes, okay, well, we only have one type of car. I'm like, okay, I mean, I guess if that's all you have, even though I call it ahead of time, like, okay, whatever, so can I just get it? And she's like, yeah, it's fine. I need your ID, and I need proof of, not insurance, proof of another way of proving your name on something. So like I had to literally go into my email and show her my utility bill because it had my name on it. I was mad about the car difference because I called ahead of time and it was going to be $130 a day versus like $35 a day for whatever car they give me. So I was like, okay, well, that's not what we agree. That's not like what I called ahead of time. I like planned this out. So I'm going to just book online and get that rate that's online since you're not willing to give it to me up front. And she said, you can do that. I'm like, okay. So I do that right in front of her. And I was like, okay, I made the reservation. She's like, okay, well, it'll take 20 minutes before it shows up. And I was like, okay, cool. So now I'm just stuck in an airport lobby, like where the baggage claim is, for another 20 minutes. So I'm sitting there waiting, doing nothing. My phone's about to die, by the way. So I'm getting like kind of nervous a little bit because I don't know how to get back to the hotel without the maps. So I get back up there and I have a phone that's like this. So I have like one of those, like your cards are in the back part. So I'd only carry I carry my driver's license and my debit card. And I get up there, and it finally comes through, and she's like, so yeah, this lady basically wasn't trying to work with me like any step of the way here. And I was like, okay. She's like, we just need your driver's license and your card. And I was like, okay, cool. So I pull out my debit card, and she was like, oh, you have a debit card. Okay. Well, if you have your debit card, we can use that, but we need a return flight number. I was like, what? I was like, why do I need a return flight number? And she's like, well, if you have a credit card, you don't need one. Like, what? You need a return flight number if I use a debit card, which is a direct access to my checking account. You don't need a credit. If you have a credit card, then you don't need a return flight number. So you're saying that a credit card is worth more than a debit card? Like you trust a person with a credit card more? Or is it because like no matter what, the credit card company has to pay if I like stiff you guys? So I don't know. That didn't really make much sense to me. So I literally couldn't get the car because I wasn't about to book a flight home because I don't know when I'm leaving. And I don't have a debit card on me. So what the fuck? So then I'm out of luck. Like I literally just have to give up on the day without a car. So I have to Uber back to this hotel, which was like $187 or something. The Uber guy was not happy about it too. He was like, "Hey, listen, like I get like whatever's assigned to me, and you got to tip me more if you take me back because like I can't do this otherwise." And by that point, I was tired of it, and I didn't know at that point if my phone would even have enough battery left to get me another Uber, and I didn't have a charger on me, so kind of my own fault there. But I did end up going and tipping that guy like more than I've ever like the maximum amount you can tip on Uber is what I tipped him, which was still less than my whole trip. So the next day, I'm like, okay, well, fuck Hertz. How about that? Then I go to Enterprise. They do the same thing with me. I had to walk there. It was like a mile. It's like whatever, but it was hot. So I bring my debit card like an idiot only. And they said they'll hold the car for me, but they can't use debit card. They just straight up said, no, they can't use debit card. So there's something weird with rental cars and credit cards. So the next day, I'm like, okay, no, it's the same day. So I was like, all right, let me walk back and walk there again. So we're at 3 miles now. I did thankfully have my credit card on me, and I used that, and I finally got a car after that whole situation. But I was just mind blown about the customer service level. Like I'm in the customer service business, and how they were talking to me. Was at one point I stopped her and I was like, listen, like I'm not sure why you're being mean to me right now, but I'm just trying to get a car from the service that you provide. That's like me wanting a batch of cookies to bring to my parents' house for a holiday, and I go to a bakery and I say, hey, I'd like those cookies right there, and they say, oh, actually, we don't do anything to help you at all to get these cookies, even though we sell these cookies. like what? So, yeah, I was really just grossed out by the whole situation, and because of that, I mean, I don't think I'm gonna use Hertz anymore. I would like to. I think their gold thing is pretty cool. Where I'm too lazy to do it, but I should definitely do it. You can just like walk into any airport and you get a code to your phone that unlocks a box, and then you pick any key out of there, and you don't have to talk to anybody. You just got to show your ID to like one person. Pretty cool, but apparently they're not that cool. They're cool like accessories are cool on Crocs. Like the Crocs aren't cool, but the accessories are cool sometimes. What are they called? I want to call them like polka dots, but they're not. Yeah, Hertz sucks. Stupid, and Hertz, you can go ahead and get hurt. This has been the show with Joe. Thank you for watching, and recommendation, don't use Hertz.